Well, welcome guys! Welcome to the bonus video of The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. Alright, so we're right here in front of Figurine. Now, he does have a little secret surprise for us. Now, after you've beaten the game once, if you head over to Figurine and talk to him, he'll actually ask to eat your shield. If you give it to him, then, well, he will go ahead and eat it after that. But then you have to beat the game a second time after you've given him the shield and then return to him. So now he has a surprise for you now that you've beaten the game again a second time. Thank you so much. Now I finally know the legendary taste of a shield, and I will happily fulfill my promise. Let me just spit your shield back out again. Gross. You got the Mirror Shield. This mighty shield shines like a mirror. Use it to reflect enemy attacks. It seems your shield has changed shape a little as I was chewing on it. Oh, but it's fine. It is still a shield after all, just a slightly different shaped one. I think. Well, I have to go now. I'm not sure why they thought that you would need the Mirror Shield after beating the game twice. It doesn't really serve much of a purpose, but whatever, it's there, I guess. Alright, off to Hyrule Town. Now I have collected all of the figurines in the game, which I don't think I have ever done before in this. So this is actually a first for me. Now once you've made all of the figurines in the game, if you talk to this guy here... Whoa! You did it! I can't believe you did it! This is a totally complete set. How incredibly awesome, and you even got the legendary Karlov medal. It shines with a beautiful light. It's every collector's dream. What you showed me here, it's just amazing. Feel free to go in my house and take whatever you want, because you know I'm rich. The medal he's speaking of is this medal, the Karlov medal. You get this for collecting every single figurine in the game, and this is the Tingle Trophy. You get the Tingle Trophy for doing all of the Kinstone fusions available in the game. Now, the last 4 that I was searching for weren't actually randomized, they were actually set ones, but they were still green Kinstone fusions. One of them was from a Minish inside of Mount Krenel. He was near where I got the Mount Krenel water. 2 of them were from a business scrub I revealed in Minish Woods. In order to reveal them, you have to fuse another Kinstone with a business scrub in Caster Wilds, the one that sells you arrows. And then there were 2 Kinstone fusions I could do with the business scrub in Minish Woods. And then the final one was another Minish inside of Hyrule Castle, like right outside in the garden. And those were the last ones I needed. So they weren't randomized there at least, they were just set ones that I had to find. Anyway, last thing I'm going to show is the figurines. Since I haven't really shown them since the start, wear it with pride, my friend. So, there starts off being 130 figurines, but after you complete the game, 6 more figurines become available. So that's something to keep in mind when you're using the mysterious shells. Now, speaking of mysterious shells, it's hard to explain this, but basically the old way I used to do it is just I always push my shells always up to 90% probability, which can be very costly with your mysterious shells, but that's not really a good way to do it. Otherwise you're going to end up grinding for mysterious shells, and that's not something I ever wanted to do. So what I did this time was, every time for a while I just kept it around 90% until the cost for it started getting really high, but after that, once it started getting to like 50% probability and stuff, I started just using less and less shells, and if I didn't get a new figurine, I would just reset the system, and hopefully I'd get a new one the next time. That way I didn't waste any shells. It was a very long process, and I'm not really sure if it was worth it in the end, but whatever. Oh yeah, before we look at the figurines. But trust me when I say, it's probably the quickest way to get all of the figures in the game. Without having to grind for shells, that is. Just keep resetting the system and use a low percentage to hopefully get what you want. So here we have the final piece of heart from the game. So that's finally all 20 hearts collected. And in addition, there's a phonograph in here. So you can use this phonograph to listen to all the different songs of the game. So that's kind of cool. Alright, and now we're capped out on rupees again. So yeah, I've never managed to get all 20 hearts in the game. So that's very impressive for me. Alright, let's take a look at those figurines. Fought in the Bakori Festival tournament as a youth and fought to a draw with Smith. Interesting. I'm just gonna kind of skim through these, but if you really want to read these descriptions fully, feel free to pause the video and stuff. He built a shelter in his garden just in case monsters ever attack. Please don't borrow his personal stamp. Not sure you can really call that about yourself since you made the figurine yourself there, Karlov. But yeah, his brother is actually the guy who runs the chess minigame shop. He's made the biggest gamble of all, entrepreneurship. She won't sell tomatoes even though they're technically fruits. Freak. This guy won the tournament? Okay then. She might actually be a monster, maybe? He has the power to speak with the dead, eh? She is descended from a line of oracles in the land of Labrinia. I think I said that right. I like how Capcom decided to reference their old Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons through this. And then this is Din. She's a famous dancer from the land of Holodrum. Yes, Din was from Oracle of Seasons and Nehru was from Oracle of Ages. Ferror was in both, but she was involved with, like, the password stuff. Now this actually explains how items get inside of, like, bushes and stuff. It's the Picori that randomly put items in the pots and bushes and stuff. So I think it's kind of neat how they explain that. Large feathers from a duel with a Kuko. Huh, interesting. He had always been entranced by the evil that lives in the hearts of men. Poor guy. cool. I didn't know that. All these guys won at the Picori Festival before. They may seem tough, but they're in touch with their feminine side. That's good to know. They plan to marry once they get their pet's approval? What? I wonder how Karlov knew how to make some of these things, like the Minish and Vati. There's no way he would know about it. Maybe that's just one of those things you're not supposed to question. Tingle and his twin brothers Ankle and Knuckle. They believe fusing kinstones will help them meet fairies, so they are recording kinstone data on their maps. David Jr. is not technically a relative. Spookter and Spectre. He tries to be scary, but he's just not. Don't think I've really seen these enemies, to be honest. You can always just let them pass. If you get... Business scrub, if you get to know them, they're not so bad. Okay, so they are called sparks in this game, not anti-fairies. I gotcha. Okay, so those doors in the crypt really were mimics. They were fake doors. At least those rupee-like legs are usually pretty obvious. They've appeared in every Zelda game to date. Yes, the Octorok still wins the Perfect Attendance Award, I believe. Like the figurine in Wind Waker said about it. Shoot chunks of pure gold. Sounds valuable. Yeah, if you pull their head off with the gust jar, then they can't see where they're going. Oh, these are beetles? I always thought they were spiders or something. He's been frozen so long that his hunger is unbearable. Females are larger than males. They fly around the Palace of Winds, preying on adventurers. This is a legendary Goron with a body bigger than a mountain. This Goron is so big, in fact, that no one has ever seen all of it at once. Ah, yeah, that's his name, Mazal. It's not actually Godon, like in Wind Waker. He fights pretty much the same way, though. Constructed by the Wind Tribe to repel intruders, this sturdy machine cannot be destroyed by an external force. These two became fast friends because of Smith and the King of Hyrule. Zelda wishes that the sometimes unreliable Link were just a wee bit stronger. The Minish Eslo, before he was cursed by Vati, he is a famous Minish sage. Even among Minish inventors, he was renowned for his amazing creations. Now, Black Knights are the strongest Dark Knight type. With a good balance of attack and defense, they will do anything to stop you. Vati Reborn. The sorcerer Vati took this form after draining the power of the Light Force from Zelda. The evil beams from his eyes are devastating. There he is transfigured. Once Vati's body has been shattered, this dark form rises up, all that remains of the evil sorcerer. Only the sacred Four Sword can defeat him. Then Vati's Wrath. This is the embodiment of purest evil, the final form of the power-mad Vati. Its mind is consumed with a hunger for destruction. Find its weakness. Alright guys, so I think that pretty much brings the Minish Cap to a complete close now. Not really much else I can show you now. I think I've done pretty much everything I can do in this game, which I can say for the first time ever. So that's definitely a little bit of a feat for me. I've never collected all the figurines or done all the Kinstone fusions. I'm quite proud of myself, actually. Alright guys, so I hope you guys had fun with the Minish Cap, and I'll see you next Let's Play. Ominous out.